Hey guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to another video. Today, I've got an early impression on one of the most hyped fragrances of 2022. And Guerlain issued a trio of ouds. One was called Oud Nude. One was called Cherry Oud. Those first two were composed by Delphine Jacques. And the third one, which the only one I really went for, I didn't even buy a full bottle, just to show you how little faith I have in Guerlain at this moment. I bought a decant from Oud Khôl. Now, if you go back a couple of my videos, I actually put Moudessier's name in the title of an unboxing video. And you can find him on base notes. I already had one or two people write me and say, hey, I contacted Moudessier. He helped find me some stuff that were extremely hard for me to find. You know, he helped track down some rare bottles for me. He has an amazing collection. He might have something stuffed in his closet. His collection puts mine to shame. I mean, he is hardcore, and he's been doing it since the late 90s. And he's somebody that I really trust. So I trust that he will treat you right and fair. And as proof of that, there is actually a unboxing video from Moudessier that I have right now. And the reason I have another unboxing from him is because the original unboxing that I did when I thought he sent me like a little freebie here was a mistake. He made a mistake, and he's correcting that mistake. So what he did is he put the new stuff in the mail, and he said just send back the errors. There were two errors. One was an Amouage, and one was a Thierry Mugler. This is pure Havane. I'll show you what they were supposed to be. So what ended up coming in the first haul was a Amouage Gold for women and Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane. So let me show you what it was supposed to be. Let me get my handy dandy unboxing knife out. Here we go. Let me show you what I was supposed to receive. And then what I will do is I will just send him back the fragrances he accidentally sent me that shouldn't have come to me. Okay, so here we go. Let's give this a shot. Round two. All right, round two. So, round two, what was it supposed to be instead of Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane was Thierry Mugler's Pure Coffee. Okay, so Pure Coffee came out in 2008. So it came out a couple years before Pure Havane. And here is the details. There's the bottom of the bottle. You can see it is the Thierry Mugler version, Pure Coffee. Let me get my microfiber cloth. This Thierry Mugler bottle needs some loving. Although they are rubber, so they're really hard to keep clean. But here you go. And Rich Mitch basically had the best line of all time in one of his videos on this. He said, these Thierry Muglers can be pretty hard to spray. So, if you're the kind of person who would take a knife and cut this out, instead of doing that, what you do is you just take this bottle and just give it to someone who is strong enough to spray the bottle. Because if you can't spray this bottle, you don't deserve to have the bottle. And I agree, by the way. Rich Mitch and I agree on many things. But Pure Coffee is coffee musk with that Amen patchouli. Amen is one of the greatest designers of all time. The Angel line from Mugler in general, with vetiver and cedar. So we're going to do this unboxing real quick. I actually have one more unboxing here to do. Another person Rich Mitch got me in touch with. So we're going to do one more unboxing, and then we're going to talk about Guerlain's Oud Khôl. And I think the way that I'm going to describe Oud Khôl will nail it on the head perfectly. I came home. I sprayed one of Thierry Wasser's previous works that I think it really reminds me of, and I am more convinced than ever that that's what they did, and I'm actually very disappointed. Okay, so this is what it was supposed to be. Jubilation Ladies. I don't know if you can see that. Jubilation Ladies. This is, oh yeah. Oh, man. these older little 30 mil Amouage testers are just perfect. Although I think Mudasir's cat laid on this or something. Pieces of Mudasir's cat have traveled with this package. If you ever see his cat, by the way, in any of the pictures he takes, it is a damn cute cat. Like, super fluffy. I love fluffy cats. Okay, so that is the Mudasir unboxing. So let's do the unboxing from Italy. I do have an Italian unboxing right here. It looks like this guy wrapped the shit out of this. So this is going to take me a moment to cut open. Bear with me, please. Oh yeah, he wrapped the holy hell out of this. Wow, how am I going to get into this? Hold on. Uno momento. I guess I should have done this beforehand, eh? I'm just going to saw into it. Ah, man. At least he wrapped it good. This is Amouage level wrapping. Amouage from Enchante wrap stuff this good. Wow. Okay, so this guy, long story short, we've got styrofoam. Wow. So this is how the perfumes came. So long story short is Rich Mitch contacted someone on eBay from Italy, okay, that we've never worked with before. And the guy wrote Rich back with a business card. And what was on the business card was a phone number. And so Rich Mitch contacted him and got the secret stash list of what's available so we could cut eBay out, because fuck eBay charging their markups and their fees and all that stuff. So, you know, usually if you negotiate directly with somebody, they can give you a better deal, that kind of thing, right? And so, Rich bought some stuff, and I bought some stuff, and he had some outrageous stuff. I mean, it was taking a plunge because they were expensive, but some of this stuff is outrageous. And this is a great example. The very first one is a great example. This is a vintage bottle. You can tell by the markings. You can tell by the way that the logo is. It's the old Jacques Fath logo. You can tell by the degree or proof. 90 proof is what it says here. So this is a vintage bottle of green water. Now, green water. Its claim to fame, here I'll read you the little blurb on the back. It says, composed of a very masculine aroma. I love how they used to highlight that in the old days, like it wasn't a bad word like it is today. Masculine aroma. Dry, vigorous, green. This toilette water leaves an enduring sensation of wholesome fullness on the skin. Use it liberally all over your body. Green water note. Hesperidia and aromatic herbs with a base of wood. Green water is a complete line of products for men. Okay. So there you have it. How about that? Very, very cool stuff this guy had. And he claimed that they're all in perfect condition. He said he checks everything before he sends it to the client. If there's any problems, he would own up to it. We thought we had a problem with one of them. There's an insane 1950s Chanel coming up soon, by the way. So there's Jacques Fath Green Water in Splash. There she blows. Look at this beauty. All right, let's try to open you up. Ooh. Nice. I like that. Oh, it's very fresh and minty. I have to I have to decant this to really get to wear it and stuff. But I like the fact there's a screw cap underneath the little top cap piece. Beautiful, huh? Okay, so there's green water. Now, green water's claim to fame, for those of you that don't know, green water's claim to fame is that it is, and I think it still holds the record, it is the fragrance that used the most neroli of any fragrance ever in production. And neroli is a very expensive note. So basically, is this an eau de cologne? What is this? Jacques Fath. This is an eau de toilette. Okay, so this is an eau de toilette. The eau de toilette came out in 1947. 1947, yes. And it is discontinued in its original form, of course. Now, Jacques Fath is a house that's been kind of revived and stuff like that, but it has this peppermint top, petitgrain, or orange, lemon, bergamot, lots of citruses. It's not my type of fragrance, to be honest with you. The reason that I bought this is for reference, because this is one of the most classic masculine fragrances of all time. If you conducted a list and said, what are the technically most important masculine fragrances ever, this would be on that list. Okay, so that's why I have it. It's more for reference. You know, this is not something I would reach for very often, although I do live in Texas. It's hot as balls all the time here. And so, you know, this may go perfectly with the climate, but usually I like wearing other stuff. But there's lots of basil, lavender, clary sage, rose, musk, and tonka bean. So I'm happy to have it. I mean, I've looked for a vintage bottle of this for a long time, and the prices are insane. And since I got like a bundle, he did give me a good price, even though I did spend a lot of money with him. Okay, next. Next we are going to go to, it's like Christmas morning. What's in the package? Is this the crazy 1950s Chanel? You guys are going to shit when you see the Chanel, by the way. No, this is not the 1950s Chanel. This is Balafre. Balafre Monsieur. 50 mil. Lancôme. And let's see the bottle. There we go. There she is. Balafre. Okay, so let's bring this up, shall we? Balafre. Lancôme, 1967. Discontinued, of course. Oh, no. No, I take that back. This is not discontinued. Well, this bottle is discontinued. The new bottle looks like all the new Lancôme bottles. They look like shit. They're just clear, and can you tell I'm kind of in a mood today? And it's L'Oreal, but Gerard Goupé is the perfumer. 1967, woody, spicy, another splash, as you can tell. Another perfectly kept splash, it looks like. Let's see. This has like a stopper, I think. Yeah, I think this has a stopper. Very nice. I'll still decant it because I prefer to spray, but Balafre is bergamot, chamomile, lavender, neroli, cypress, carnation, geranium, pine needles, clary sage, cedarwood, amber, oak moss, leather, musk, and vetiver. Sounds like my kind of scent, but we shall see. Balafre. Let's see the bottom. Ah, yes, these old school. Look how they used to do it in the old days. That white writing. Okay. I think I know which one of these two is the insane Chanel, so we'll save it for the end. Let me just, really quick, put this to one side. Put the boxes to one side, because I usually don't keep my stuff in boxes. And then let's do the final two. All right, let's do this one. This is the big boy. I think I know what this is. This is a backup. And it's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It actually is my favorite fragrance of all time if you go off of the top 100 countdown. This is a original 200 ml bottle of Bel Ami. 200 ml of the shaker bottle. Look at that. Beautiful. Just look how pristine the box has been kept too. There's so much vintage perfume in Italy. It's insane. Let me pull this out. Oh my God. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, baby. Come to daddy. Let me see this. Oh, fuck. That's perfect. Oh, I could tell just from the freaking... Beautiful. 87% volume. Hermes Perfumes Paris. Eau de Toilette. Oh, look at this. It's just like an artifact, man. One of my favorite fragrances of all time. Mwah. Very glad to have you. And finally, the fragrance that really cost me a pretty penny, but the guy said it was in perfect condition, and it is a rare, rare, rare beast. If you guessed which Chanel it is, kudos to you. It is a 1950s Chanel. Rarer than hen's teeth, as Rich Mitch would say. God, just, oh my God, just seeing the box gives me chills, man. What an honor this is to do this. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chanel, Cuir de Russie, Eau de Cologne. So if you remember, Rich Mitch and I did a video where we talked about the Eau de Toilette from the 80s being basically the shit, and it definitely is. This is a 1950s Chanel, Cuir de Russie, Eau de Cologne, 100 ml, splash. Look at the bottom. I've never seen that Chanel sticker before. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. That is a first for me. All right, let's open her. Ah, she has a little, look, it's still sealed. There she is. There goes the seal. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, baby. What a find. I mean, to be fair, I did pay a lot of money. Not as much as you would think, but I did pay a lot of money. In the grand scheme of things for a perfume, but it could have been much more. This is a treasure for me. This is like an artifact. This is, you know, one of those blessings of collecting vintage perfume. You know, sometimes you get lucky. If you guys email me, if you're really interested, I asked him before I did this video, I said, hey mate, do you, look at the box too, by the way, look at that old cardboard from 70 years ago. God. Let's see. Does that mean anything to anyone? Number 148375 proof, made in France. Made in France? What's this PM? 47347. 47347. Those of you who just tuned in for the Oud Khôl discussion are like, come on, dude. Where's 473? I don't know what that means. Ah, you can see the 75. You can see the 75 proof on the inside of the sticker, kind of like Chanel put eau de toilette and eau de parfum in the old days. Look, 75 proof. How cool is this? This is cool for me. For a fume head, this is like, you know, this is like uncovering a long lost artifact, you know, like uncovering a buried mummy. Oh my God. Oh, you know what's amazing is it smells like Cuir de Russie even without putting it on skin. Just from smelling it, it smells like Cuir de Russie, which is good. And the fact that it was sealed makes me feel even better. So, what a find. So I got my correct Jubilation and pure coffee from Mugler. I got my Balafre green water. 200 ml Bellamy Splash Backup. Which these two are just, oh, I could just sit here like this all day. Just, oh God, amazing! I'm so happy with these, because those are my kind of fragrance. I'm gonna wear it too. I'm gonna wear the piss out of this, as Thomas would say. And let's talk about Oud Khôl. So amongst all of the happiness, unfortunately, we have to talk about a sad topic now, which is Guerlain. The once great house of Guerlain put out 3 perfumes, like I said in the opening. Oud Nude, Cherry Oud, and Oud Khôl. And one of the 2, I can't remember which one, I think it could have been Cherry Oud, was supposed to smell like La Petite Robe Noire, one of the original one way back when, with oud is what I think I heard Eugene say that. And I talked to Eugene a little bit about this because he actually, what's interesting is Eugene went to the Guerlain boutique with money in hand, ready to buy one of these. And after he smelled them, he walked away empty-handed. Now, he did not get a chance to smell Oud Khôl, okay, which I'm wearing now. I've been wearing it as my scent of the day. And I will give you my thoughts. I did make some notes. I did go to work, so I couldn't totally focus on this. You know, obviously I was in the office, so I couldn't sit there like all day sniffing my hand, but I will give you my impression. So, opening smell. Here's basically what you get. You get this synthetic, sweet, almost like frosting smell, praline frosting merged, okay, with this classic synthetic oud note. That's basically the opening. And unfortunately, the opening lasts. It's not like, oh, the opening is 5 minutes and then transitions. No, the opening lasts for about an hour. Half an hour, definitely. You start to really pick up on the transitions once you get closer to the hour. It is starting to change by the half an hour mark, but that sweetness really lingers and it bothers the hell out of me. And basically, Oud Khôl lists officially 4 notes. 1 is praline. 2 is leather, which I think probably comes from some sort of use of the oud and, you know, maybe some labdanum or something. But if there is labdanum, it's just a tiny bit in the base. Oud is note number 3. Moss is note number 4. And aldehydes is note number 5. And I will tell you, when you spray, the aldehydes are sort of prevalent. It's not something I focused on when I did this little blurb, but it is something you will notice. You'll get the aldehydes. And if you look at the bottle, the liquid looks like this tan brown color. Here, let me see if I can show you the liquid color. And I'm sure it's just food coloring, but I want to give you an idea of what they settled on. Okay, there you go. See that pale, that strange pale pink, tan, pale brown looking color? Keep that color in mind because the press release says that this is the blackest of black oud, the darkest of dark. It's not. It's actually closer to the color. It has this transparent smokiness that starts to come up from the depths at the 1 hour mark. And, you know, as I was talking with Eugene today, and I will tell you this, the first hour is grim, extremely grim. I bought this 10 ml decant because I won't buy full bottles of Guerlain anymore. Number 1, 100 mils is $380. Bullshit. Number 2, 200 mils is like 520 or something, 550, something insane, 580. I don't know what it is, but it's absolute madness pricing, madness for this kind of a fragrance. And it's funny listening to Persolaise. He did a whatever he calls his Love at First Scent episodes. And all the people in the comments who we all pretty much now know and talk and our friends are all talking shit about this fragrance, going, oh, I don't think it's worth it. I'm not really interested in it. And Persolaise is going, well, wait a minute, but let's give it a chance. You know, you're paying for the artisticness. And they're going, no, bullshit, because I can get a Riche Ladore or Russian Adams fragrances for less than this. And he's using real oud, and you're getting the real experience of oud, not this crap. And so it's funny kind of seeing the users of the fragrance revolt. The people like us are like revolting against Guerlain basically for what they're putting out. And when I first put this on and I waited till I got to work, and I went to the bathroom and I put this on. And I remember putting it on and going, why did I buy a 10 mil decant? Why didn't I only buy a 5 mil? What's wrong with me? Like, I was pissed off I bought 10 mils instead of just 5. That's how angry I was at this scent. That's how grim it was for the first hour. And then I'm sitting there smelling it, and I'm like, God, this smells cheap. Extremely cheap. It smells extremely cheap. And if I was blindfolded and you said, Ramsey, how much is this fragrance? Retail, I would say $50. Maybe this is like a Latafa. Maybe it's a... It has that scratchy sweetness in the opening that just made me go, what is this? And this is supposed to be the good one. This is the Thierry Wasser one. And so that's the backdrop of how this all started today. So I was mad from the get-go. And then I had to wear it all day. And yesterday I wore this, which, by the way, this deserves to be highlighted and talked about. I'll talk about it more. But Pascal Moribito OR Black. I wore this yesterday. You can see the short ingredient list right there. Alcohol, fragrance, that's it. I think this is about 25 years old, this bottle. They reformulated it in 2014. I heard it's not as good. But if you can find one of these older short ingredient list bottles, whether it's the black, I'm just saying, I wore this yesterday and I absolutely loved it. This is my kind of fragrance from the early 80s. I was in heaven yesterday with this. And then today I had to wear this. And I did it for you guys. I had a feeling it was going to suck. Well, I did it because mostly curiosity got the better of me. And Mugler is a guy I trust, and he gives me very good prices. And so I said, what the hell? I'll go for a decant. And, you know, I was like, oh, God. 1 hour in, I was ready to just give up on it and say, that's it. I'm just going to say it sucks on video, turn off the camera, and that'll be the end of it. I was very tempted to do that. But I waited, and I wore it all day. And interestingly enough, the links, so a link appeared. A link to a previous Thierry Wasser scent appeared. And it took me just a second. It took me maybe a couple hours this morning. By 10 a.m., I think I was texting Eugene. I put it on at 8 when I got to work. So a couple hours went by, and it hit me what this is like. So someone said that Cherry Oud is like La Petite Robe Noire with oud, right? Oud Khôl is Abbey Rouge dress code with oud. And I've got dress code right here. Here's dress code. Yes, 100%. Oud Khôl is Abbey Rouge dress code with oud. Dress code came out in 2015, I think, or 14. Every year they had a new bottle. So their scheme was every year they released a new bottle. So the 2015 bottle looked different than the 2016 bottle. This is a 2017 7T01. I got this from Mugler too at a very good price. People were selling some of these for $500, and I got this for $170 from him or something. Very fair. And I like Abbey Rouge dress code more than Oud Khôl. I'll tell you that right now, from the get-go, 100%. But what Thierry Wasser did is he took that sweet praline note that is in Abbey Rouge dress code, which it's one of the few fragrances that has a praline note that you will ever hear me praise, ever. I think dress code is a very good fragrance. It reminds me of Eau Sauvage Parfum from 2012. For some reason, I have no clue why. Something with the, I don't know what it is, but something in Abbey Rouge dress code reminds me of Eau Sauvage Parfum. And so what I think he did is he took that combo of a couple things, praline and leather, and, you know, he stripped it down to the bare bones, and he added this oud, okay? This oud, which probably cost them like $1.50 to add to a fragrance, like maybe not even $1.50, maybe like $1 in ingredients to add to this, you know. That the oud that they use by the bucket load, allegedly, or whatever you want to call it, you know, to my nose or my opinion, I don't know what you want to call it, but it doesn't smell like there's real oud in here. If Guerlain says there's real oud, let's do the disclaimer. Everyone raise your right hand, repeat after me. If Guerlain says there's real oud in here, then there's real oud, okay? But it smells cheap, it smells synthetic, it smells like Thierry Wasser is checked out, honestly, is what it smells like. It smells like he took Abbey Rouge dress code, which is a fragrance I like, and just used that damn praline note with leather, which is a combo that dress code has. You know, praline and leather is here, and just added this oud accord. Now, there is a redeeming factor in this fragrance. I hate to admit it, okay, because I know I'm bashing the shit out of it, and it deserves to be bashed. This thing deserves to be bashed with a large club. But there is a redeeming facet to Oud Khôl. And the redeeming facet is this. Once you get to the hour mark, and hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours sets in, here's dry down. Here's about an hour spray. Yeah, okay. So once you get to the dry down, the sweetness begins to recede. So this fragrance does what I call the modern day trap. Okay? This is the modern day trap. The modern day trap is the fragrance is made up of multiple parts. The top part, the first hour to hour and a half of the fragrance, is super sweet, super mass appealing. You get lots of praline and, you know, that synthetic oud, which isn't challenging, isn't dark. You know, the people who are writing reviews of this that are going, oh, this is the most challenging oud. It's so dark. It's so animalic. I can't wear it to work. It's so challenging. My foot. It is absolutely... you know, it is a declawed kitten, okay? You can, the kitten can get mad, scratch you. It's not going to hurt you at all, declawed kitten is what this oud is. And I wore it to work today and didn't feel even the only thing I felt sorry for was people smelling how sweet it smelled on me. So this fragrance does the modern trap. And the modern trap is to sucker people in who go to the boutique. So when they smell it, that top sweetness hits them and they're like, wow, this is sweet and mass appealing and likable. And there's maybe just a little tiny, you know, wrinkle underneath. Now, let's say Thierry Wasser hates creating fragrances this way. What would you do if you were a perfumer in chains? What would you do? You would create the top to where it satisfies LVMH and their insatiable thirst for money, and that's all they give a shit about. And then, pause for effect. And then, what Thierry Wasser did is, after an hour or two goes by, you start to notice the smoke come out. And once the smoke arises in the fragrance and the sweetness goes down, the sweetness does this. So if this is thyme, this is sweetness. Okay? And once the smoke begins to arise and that strange, sweet, weird, praline, aldehydic thing goes away. Then the fragrance becomes enjoyable. But god damn it, for a $500 fragrance or whatever, $400, you should not have to wait 3 hours to enjoy a perfume. That's just asinine. And you know, it's Oud Khôl smells like it cost $1 to make. I mean, literally, they put zero effort into this Oud Khôl. Zero effort. And just to remind you, okay? Just to remind you guys of how shitty value for money this is. Now, I know this fragrance isn't in production anymore, but this was a 50 ml bottle of Russian oud. Uses some of the best oud in the world. One of the best oud fragrances on earth, left on earth. And Russian Adam sold this for $250. Okay, $250. And don't give me this, oh, but you get 100 ml versus 50. You don't need but half a spray of this. I must have put 20 sprays of this on today, mostly because I want to get through it, and mostly because I want to make sure what I'm smelling is legit. But this, all you need is half a spray, and you're in oud heaven. So, value for money is beyond low. It is shit, basically. The only people who are going to buy this are the people who buy every single Guerlain, no matter what. Okay, they're Guerlain heads. You know, I saw Eugene do this for a while years ago. He did it with Dior too, and I've seen other people. I'm not picking on Eugene. But the people who are loyal to brands, hell, I did it with Amouage for a while. I bought that Boundless fragrance, I wish I never did, from last year. Because I'm loyal. But you notice what I did with Royal Tobacco from Amouage, which I'll do a video on that tomorrow maybe. I bought a decant. I didn't buy the full bottle. I bought a decant of Royal Tobacco. So, because I don't trust these brands anymore. They've screwed us over so many times. They've burned us so many times. I just don't trust these brands anymore. So, if you can wait the 3 hours, this black smoke chip, almost like you're burning smoke oud chips, this bachor, right, begins to come to the picture. And that's the part of the fragrance I really enjoy. Yeah, three hours in, you're set, right? If you don't like the sweetness, you know, I would probably say just skip this entire offering. This 3 offerings Guerlain did, just skip it. It does kind of reek of desperation, to be honest with you. You know, the bottle looks nice, but, I mean, for the price they're charging, LVMH's completely lost their mind. And Russian Adam and I had this conversation about value for money before. And Russian Adam, the owner of Arise Ladoy, the Russian oud, one of the best oud houses, you know, oud distillers. If you are not familiar with him, go watch my interviews with him. He is an absolute, I think he's one of the most artistic, creative, you know, he's willing to take a chance. He's willing to try things. He really does make his batches in small, limited numbers, you know, because he uses rare, hard-to-find ingredients. And, you know, we were talking about this, and we were talking about what's going to force the brands to stop putting crap like this out. And he said, he had a very interesting take. He said, it's not the brand's fault. It's our fault. It's your fault as a consumer. You're the one out there buying this. You're the one rewarding this behavior. The brands wouldn't be putting out if people weren't buying it. They're making money off of this. The only way this ends is if the consumers take, you know, a stand and say, no more. You know, we're not going to put up with this anymore. We're not going to give you our money until you release something that's worth me pulling out my wallet. Until then, I'm going to sit on my wallet. I'm going to sit on it. Or I'm going to buy stuff like this. You know, this was less than 200 mils of this. Okay? It was more than 100 mils, but it was less than 200 mils. Put that into consideration for a moment. Think about that. Think about that value for money. And so, The praline thing with Oud Khôl, I think, you know, if you know fragrances like Oud Monarch from Bortnikov, which I need to do full reviews on all these bottles I have, you know, because I've been focusing so much on the samples, because I know I'm not going to have a full bottle, but there's so many bottles I need to get reviewed. There's just not enough days in the week, because I want to do reviews on every single full bottle ultimately one day in the future. I want to have full reviews on everything I have on my channel. One of them I would like to do a full review on that I have a bottle of is Oud Monarch by Bortnikov. And it's a beautiful chocolate oud, gourmand oud. I think this is Guerlain's effort, very weak effort if you know Thierry Wasser's history and Guerlain's history and you understand the past. And smelling it on the strip is, you know, this is, I mean, it's a no-brainer that that's what they did. It took me less than one full wearing to figure that out. That's it. Just throw it away now. That's it. It's over. You figured it out. You're done. You know, that's what $500 and something buys you nowadays. It's a joke. And this is better. And this is better. So, Guerlain, you need help. Hire me as your creative director. I'll fix everything for you. But until then, I have a feeling you're going to struggle. Or maybe, you know, I've been talking shit about Amouage, that I don't like the direction they're going. And then Rich Mitch sent me an article a week or two ago. They had the best quarterly profits ever in the history of Amouage. So, you know, maybe the people like us aren't buying it. Maybe the noobs are buying it. I don't know. Maybe the real frag heads aren't buying it. Because I can't think of one person that I know that's really into fragrances that's going, ooh, the new Guerlain Oud. No one gives a shit anymore. They have completely, you know, there was a book written long ago called Permission Marketing by Seth Godin. And he basically said that the only way to get someone's attention, you know, because we're bombarded with crap all the time, is to have their permission. You know, if you give Guerlain their permission, you know, for them to market to you, to call you when new fragrances come out, you're giving them trust. You know, you're expecting them to reciprocate that. And they have lost the fragrance enthusiasts' permission. You know, we look at stuff like this as like spam now, right? Which is sad. It's sad to see the once great house of Guerlain fall to such depths, because they have some of the, you know, they have some of the most classic fragrances of all time. Shalimar, Mitsuko, Le Bleu, Abbey Rouge, Heritage, Guerlain Vetiver, L'Instante Guerlain. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Coriolan and Derby and all my favorites. And then to see them go just flat on their face, just smack. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the House of Guerlain anymore. Quite frankly, I don't know what to make of the House of LVMH. You know, it's like that old saying, you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. All their, you know, making money is not a business proposition. Making money should be a side effect, right, of having a fantastic product and a real true vision statement. When your vision statement is just to make money, you failed. And I don't know, man. I don't know where Guerlain's going. The only pro I can tell you about Guerlain is most of their vintage fragrances. Like, if you take a classic, like I just picked one at random. Here's Le Bleu, right? If you just go buy Le Bleu right now in Eau de Parfum or Eau de Toilette, it's in good shape. It's a good fragrance. They keep their classics good. Val de Nuit, Shalimar, Mitsuko, Jacques, those kind of fragrances, you know. So that's the good. But I'm worried that that's not even going to be kept up. At this point, it wouldn't surprise me for Guerlain to do something insane, like go, we're discontinuing Le Bleu, or, you know, whatever it may be, because all they're after is money. So I understand Thierry Vasseur is walking a very thin line. He's trying to appease the people who are keeping him in power with sales and money. And he's doing that with the first hour to hour and a half of this scent. And then the next 2 to 3 hours is when you begin to see Thierry Vasseur's ability as a perfumer. It's almost like he has to hide. You know, he has to hide who he is underneath this veil of disgusting sweet praline. It's pathetic. I wish he would just come out with a fragrance that isn't market tested, that goes against the grain, that takes a chance, that has some balls, you know? It's just a sign of the times, I guess. I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. Seeing some of these gems makes me happy. Makes up for having to wear this shit all day, to be honest with you. And getting the correct order from Mugler, that's one of the advantages of working with someone like that. I'm going to send him back the 2 he accidentally sent me tomorrow. And yeah, all's good at Channel Ramsey. If you guys have any opinions on some of these, like some of these I've never smelled before, so I will do videos on Balafre, green water, pure coffee. You know, I did finally get that bottle of Jubilation Woman, which I actually did a video on Jubilation Woman already. So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. This is full bottle worthy for sure. And these little 30 mils are perfect for me. You know, they're perfect for my collection. But man, I love Jubilation Woman. I might even enjoy it more than Amouage Gold for women. The classic. I might like Jubilation better because it has that animalic cumin and it's a Shifra and all this amazing, you know, it's like an oriental Shifra. But yes, if you have experience with some of these that I unboxed here, do let me know. Let me just show you that box from Chanel one more time. My God, look at this. What a beauty she is. We'll leave it on a good note. But if you have smelled Oud Khôl, I would love your opinion. If you have smelled Oud Khôl, I would love to know if you agree, disagree, you know, if you think I'm insane, if you think I'm right on the mark, if you want to make me creative director of Guerlain. No, I'm just kidding. But, yes, that's my take. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your feedback on this. I don't do many of these new reviews or, you know, new fragrances because I just get pissed off. You know, like it's a shitty day when I could have easily worn something else that I know I love. I'm doing it for you guys, but that's why I don't like to do many of these because there's so few needle in a haystacks nowadays and so many strikeouts. So anyways, that's my take on the new Guerlain Oud Khôl. Hope to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for all the likes and subscriptions. You guys are absolutely amazing. Love my first 1,800 subscribers. And even as we grow, we stay consistent. I mean, the subscriber base to this channel is so knowledgeable. Probably because my videos are not about screwing around. I don't get up here and do graphics and, you know, take free bottles and talk good about it. I just kind of hit play and talk from the heart. And that's, I think, you know, real frag heads appreciate that. There's not enough of that. You know what I mean? There's too much flash, too much pizzazz. And I think more people need to just kind of get to the heart of the matter. So anyways, I think I told you as much as I could about Oud Khôl. But I'd love to hear your feedback too. Very much appreciated, guys. Cheers. See you again tomorrow with another video. Bye now.